Okay, let's dive right in. Have you ever just stopped and thought about how wild the internet is? I don't mean the cat videos or the news articles, but the fact that it even works. You've got billions of devices, right? Made by thousands of different companies, all running different software. And somehow they all talk to each other instantly. It's like this invisible magic we totally take for granted every single day.
I mean, really think about that for a second. Your phone, made by one company, a massive server sitting in a cold data center halfway across the globe, made by another. Your smart TV at home, from a third. They have nothing in common. But when you hit play on a movie, they all sync up in a blink of an eye. So how? How on earth do they all speak the same language?
Well, the answer isn't really magic at all. It's an agreement. It's basically a handshake deal made on a planetary scale. All these different gadgets, no matter who built them, have agreed to play by the exact same set of rules when they communicate. They're all working from the same shared rulebook.
And that rulebook, the one that makes the whole digital world go round, it has an official name, and it's really the key to understanding, well, everything online. It's called a network protocol. So what exactly is a network protocol? The official definition says it's a set of rules that defines how devices communicate with each other over a network. But you can think of it as the grammar and the etiquette of the internet. It makes sure every device knows how to start a conversation, how to package up what it wants to say, and even how to end the call politely. So let's get a little more into the nitty-gritty here. What exactly are these rules of conversation? What do they actually do? A protocol basically has four main jobs. First, it has to format the data, kind of like putting a letter in the right-sized envelope. Second, it handles transmitting that data. Third, it makes sure the device on the other end knows how to receive it and open it up. And fourth, and this one is so important, it handles errors. It's the digital version of saying, "Wait, you're breaking up. Can you say that last part again?"
Okay, so that's the what. But where do you actually run into these things? The answer is literally everywhere all the time. Let's look at a few of the big ones you're using every single day, probably without even realizing it. You can see right here how different jobs need different rulebooks. When you're just browsing a website, your browser is using HTTP. That's the protocol for web pages. Sending an email, that's a different protocol called SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. And holding pretty much all of it together is the workhorse TCP/IP. Think of it like the world's most reliable postal service, breaking your data into little packets and guaranteeing every single one gets where it's going.
And this is the key takeaway, right? There isn't just one giant rule book for everything. You need different rules for different tasks. That super reliable system for email is amazing, but it's a tiny bit slow. You wouldn't want to use those same rules for a live video call, where speed is way more important than catching every single little data packet. Every job has its own perfect tool, its own perfect protocol.
All right, let's zoom out for our final section here and look at the big picture. Why is this system of rules so unbelievably important? It all boils down to this. Without these shared protocols, the internet would be absolute chaos. Just a total mess. It'd be the Tower of Babel, but for computers, with every single device speaking its own weird proprietary language, completely unable to understand anything else. These rules create the stable, predictable world that we've built our entire lives on. So the next time you send a quick email or stream a TV show or just look something up online, take a second to remember what's happening under the hood. You're watching this perfectly choreographed dance, a conversation guided by rules that took decades to perfect. Protocols really are the invisible architects of our digital world. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. As we get deeper into an age of smart homes, self-driving cars, and, well, an internet of everything, all these new devices are going to need to talk to each other in way more complicated ways. So the question is, what new rules will they have to learn? What do the protocols of the future even look like? That's a conversation